Let's begin by changing 3/11ths to a decimal. To change a fraction to a decimal, we divide. So I take the 3/11ths, I label the numerator and the denominator. The denominator, 11, or the horse, stays on the outside. The numerator, the 3, the rider, goes on the inside. 11 goes into 3 0 times. I add a decimal, I add a 0, I bring the decimal to the top. 11 goes into 30 twice. 11 times 2 is 22. I subtract, I'm left with 8. I bring down a 0. 11 goes into 80 7 times. 7 times 11 is 77. I get a 3 when I subtract. Bring down a 0. 11 goes into 30 twice. I'm starting to see a pattern. 11 times 2 is 22. 30 minus 22 is 8. I bring down a 0. 11 goes into 8 7 times. 11 times 7 is 77. I subtract and I get a 3. And that pattern again is going to start over. 30, then 80, 30, then 80. So I'm going to keep getting 2 7 2 7 2 7. So both the 2 and the 7 repeats. So when I record my decimal over here, I'm just going to write 0.27 and put a line over it to show that this is a repeating decimal. A repeating decimal means not only does it go on forever, but there is a repeating pattern. That's what the repeating part means. It has a repeating pattern. There is a pattern. All right. Now I take this decimal, 0.27, repeating. I need at least 3 numbers to change it to a percent, so I'm going to go ahead and add a fourth so that I have the pattern twice instead of like cutting it off at the 2. And then I'm going to go over to Desmos and I'm going to type in 0.27272727 to give you an idea of what it would look like if it just kept going. I need a backspace, just 1 though. Okay, there we go. And then times 100. We'll move the decimal 2 times to the right, making it 27.27 repeated. So this will become, when I multiply the decimal by 100 and it becomes a percent, the decimal moves twice to the right. That's what happens when you multiply by 100. And we will end up with 27.27 repeating percent. So 27.27 repeating percent. And we label it like this when it doesn't tell us to round. We still need this number to go on forever. And then if I were to shade this in, let me go to a highlighter, we would shade in 1027.27, so just a little bit extra. And that would represent about 27 out of 100, a little bit over 27 out of 100.